Alright guys, now we're out here on Emerald Coast once again to see if we can find some more diamonds and some more rares after getting a diamond crocodile the other day. You know, that was the only diamond we have found so far on Emerald Coast after the early access, so of course I would like to come across a few more diamonds to keep getting closer to achieve our goal of getting every single diamond in the game. And actually right here we may have the chance to get one of those remaining species, because here we have the track of a potential level 5 banting. He may be our first diamond banting after the early access, and in fact he doesn't even have to be a level 5 to be a diamond, because the level 4s can also make it quite frequently. Well, way too frequently in my opinion. They make it way more often than the level 5, so it's more likely that this guy will be a level 4 diamond than a max level diamond. Alright, there goes the herd. And those are the bulls. That one may be the max estimate. Yeah, level 4, up to 144. He's certainly a potential diamond and he's about 100 meters out. So I'ma drop him using this beast, which in my opinion is the best rifle to hunt any class 9 species, the 470. You know, a lot of people may not like it because it is mostly effective below 100 meters, and above that it loses quite a bit of penetration, but the power it has inside its effective range is just impressive. So now let's see if this guy is in fact the first diamond of the hunt and our first diamond banting after the early access. He looks just as big as all the diamonds I've seen. The horns are massive, hence I really think that the chance of it being big enough is really high. Let's see. 139.73 diamond. As expected, this guy is in fact a diamond, and I gotta say that the level 4 diamond bantings are kinda getting out of hand, to be honest. They are spawning way too much, and honestly I would love to see them becoming more rare in the future, because the banting is a very special species and I'm not a fan of their diamonds being so easy to get. And talking about the incredibly big level 4 bantings, there we have a guaranteed diamond with a top estimate of 150. Honestly, that is just ridiculous. At the moment we are on multiplayer, currently on this area, which is an area that is fantastic to hunt bantings, and apparently this guy has the Mocha Fur type, which is between being a common and an uncommon variation. It's not too rare, but it's very cool. And that will be enough. Really wonder how big of a diamond this guy is, since the estimate was, I believe, the biggest estimate I've ever seen on a banting. Well, we know that the estimates are not always relevant, in fact rarely ever relevant, but they may be a good indicator. So let's see a score. 140.22. I honestly thought he was gonna score higher, but he's not especially big. I mean, he's definitely a very nice trophy, although we know the bantings are very common diamonds. Now let's continue. I really wanna find a level 5 because those are more like a proper diamond. Look at that, another monster banting on the exact same session where we got the last diamond. As you can see, this one has an estimate of 133 to 144, which is the exact same score range as the diamond we got on our map before joining the server. So he's undoubtedly a potential diamond, and the crazy thing is that if he makes it, he would be the third diamond banting we get in the span of an hour. I mean, it's not a surprise because we know these guys are, I'm not gonna say broken, but let's say not working as intended, because I really thought that the low rarity of the diamonds was something intentional. You know, wouldn't be the first time something similar happens and then later on they end up fixing the spawn rates, hence I think it's likely that they'll be fixed in one of the upcoming updates, because this is simply not right. Now I am frankly not sure if the horns are the same size as the other two diamonds, because here I get the impression that they are slightly smaller. So I'm not completely convinced, to be honest, but I guess there's still a chance. Let's see. 135.09, he's a gold. He is not big enough this time, and I think it's clear why, because as you can see the horns are significantly smaller than the horns of the other two diamonds, and even though it wasn't as noticeable the first time I saw it, now I think it's pretty obvious. Alright guys, now we're back on the Aurora to continue the grind for a Giant Fallow Deer, and right there we have what seems to be a guaranteed diamond level 5. You know, he has an estimate of 249 to 291, while the diamond score is 249.99, so we would need to be extremely unlucky for him to be troll. I mean, everything indicates that he'll be the 6th diamond of the grind. There are actually a couple bugs on that herd, so we're gonna try to drop them both. That's it. And that will do it. So now, unless something very unlikely happens, this guy should be the 6th diamond of the grind, and as you can see he has the spotted fur type, which actually apart from the white is the only one of the common variations that I still don't have for a diamond score, so that is amazing. And as for the score of this guy, a 254.78, he is not too big, but is big enough to be the diamond number 6 of the grind after 982 kills. Okay, now we're at 1045 kills into a grind, just roughly 60 kills since the last diamond, and there we have another promising level 5. You know, his estimate is perhaps not as impressive as the last one, but the size of the antlers is pretty much the same if not bigger, so that is certainly a good indicator that we're in fact looking at the 7th diamond of the grind. And the best part is that he's a chocolate. Now at the moment we're on this location on this part of the river, and in case you're wondering, recently I've been killing about 70-75 pucks per hour, which I think is a pretty decent number, so it won't take us too long to hit 1500 kills, it shouldn't take us more than a couple days. Alright, now let's go for the 4th one. Well, he moved at the last second and now we gotta reload. He's getting far, but we just gotta hit him a few times. It doesn't matter if we don't get a barrel, we just gotta drop him. Whatever it takes. And 4 hits will certainly do it. Now we cannot forget that also on that side of the river there's another herd that usually gets frozen on that exact same spot, as you can see. I have no idea of why that happens, but apparently I'm not the only one because a lot of people are having the same issue. So let's harvest this guy, which is not a guaranteed diamond, but honestly I would be really surprised if he doesn't make it because he looks precisely like all the other diamonds we have gotten. Let's see his size. And he's a diamond 252.1. I believe he's the smallest of all the diamonds we have gotten on this grind and the 2nd chocolate. So now the only of the common fur types we need for a diamond score is the white. Let's continue. Level 9 Kangaroo. I really wonder if this will be the diamond kangaroo we've been looking for. You know, so far we've been trolled 3 times and this one could perfectly be the 4th one, but there are reasons to be optimistic because a top estimate of 539 is fairly promising. Although last week we had one that went up to 550 or something like that and ended up scoring at the bottom of the estimate, so we cannot get our hopes up too much because we know that these guys are like the most troll happy species on the entire map. I think it would be fair to say that only like 1 of every 10 legendaries makes it, so the most likely scenario here is that this guy will end up being a troll, but we'll see. We just gotta lure him to make him stand up and we can easily reach the barrels. Let's see. He's still attentive. He's about 100 meters out, so we're zeroed for 150. And that's it. Now let's see the size of this kangaroo, of course without expecting anything, but I would be lying if I say that I'm not a bit excited. And he's a troll, 491.69, are you kidding me? No way, the diamond score is 492 and this guy was just 4 decimals shy from it. Well, that is not a diamond, but an albino kangaroo is also fantastic. You know, if you ask me to choose between a diamond and a level 3 female albino, I would honestly pick the rare hands down. I've personally never seen a rare kangaroo, so finding one of these is just amazing. You know, as far as I know, the kangaroos have 3 different rares, which are the leucistic, the melanistic and the albino, and rarity wise I imagine the melanistic is the rarest of all those fur types, although the albino is probably a close second. Okay, now she's nervous. About 160 meters out. We got a letter to make her stand up just as we did with the legendary. She's still nervous, but we're already very close, so she should go alert very soon, right there. And that was definitely viral, probably sing-along. And here we have it, our first albino kangaroo and our first rare of this species. I won't get tired of saying how well done the models of these guys are. They are impressive, really high quality, and particularly the detail on the fur of this albino is top tier, honestly. So frankly, I think it would be fair to say that this is the best trophy we have found so far on Emerald Coast. Absolutely beautiful.